Let's take a look at the connections between the wrist and the hand. Here we have a triangle. We want to blend this together. I think what I'm going to do is split that like that. Dissolve that edge. I'm going to split this like this. And again, we're going to dissolve that edge. And we're going to work our way up around. So this is going to need to connect here. So let's go ahead, connect that, dissolve that edge. Now we have this triangle here. Dissolve that edge. Now here's where we need to start moving some stuff. Okay. Let's dissolve that edge. Now I'm trying to figure out, because it's almost looking like we're going to need another split that goes up that arm. It's one of the nice things about working with quads and having good mesh flow is usually you've got a place to split things and try to make them look better. Now, one of the things you'll notice here is we have 5-sided and we don't want that. So One of the things that we can do is we can that's going to move our 5-sided up, but if you look here and remember, we had planned on bringing this around anyway. So now what we can do is dissolve this edge, and then we're back to having quads again. The back of the hand doesn't bend or flex. So when we go to rig this thing to pose it and everything else, that won't cause a problem. I even think that where this is at right here, it'll be okay. But if not, we can always redirect things later. But for right now, I think that looks pretty good. Now what we want to do is finish bringing this around. Now we do have this triangle here, but we also have this mess to deal with here. So again, I'm going to dissolve that edge. We're going to end up splitting the fingers all the way down, just like we did on the feet. But for right now, we're just going to leave that as it is. Let's go in. Let's take a look and see if we can't move some of this stuff around. Let's grab this. Hit the period on the numpad to focus that. I don't really like this. I'm almost wondering if, well, we'll deal with that later. I'm not really sure how many other splits we're going to have to make just yet. So we'll just kind of keep that in mind and work on it as we go. So the game model, you can see, has like these messed up areas, which I really don't care for. So we're going to go through. Basically what we're going to do, we're going to split that like that. We will grab those two verts, merge them at center. Now we can't merge these at center yet because that would mess things up pretty bad and just create more work for us. So what we are going to do, because there's not enough splits on these fingers anyway, is we're going to go through and we're going to split that like that. And what that'll allow us to do, we can then grab that and dissolve that edge. And that gives us a quad again. Then we just need to deal with this other piece. It's kind of hard to see in there. I could hide things, but for right now I'm gonna leave them go. I see that this needs to be split around, so we're gonna go ahead and do that first. And then by splitting that, we have another edge we can dissolve, which gives us quads going through that area. Now I know we want to move some of this stuff around. We can select that and dissolve them. That's going to give us quads there. Let's go ahead and let's split from here to the center. And then we can dissolve that edge. And let's split from here to the center. And then we can dissolve that edge. And you can see how flat things are starting to look. Now, see, this is, it looks like a spaghetti noodle. We definitely don't want that. There should be a bulge before and after the knuckle joint. So that's what we're going to try to create. And we don't need to get it perfect, but it needs to at least exist. This is what I was talking about just shaping things overall. These are the knuckles, so obviously they're going to need to kind of pop out a little bit. There should at very least be definition in there. Now see, to me at least, that's starting to look a lot better. So essentially what we're going to do in the next videos, we'll continue to shape some of these fingers and fixing the topology on them. Thanks for watching.